India is on the verge of an economic revolution. In just 3 years, India is set to surpass Japan and Germany to become the world's third largest economy. The International Monetary Fund projects that by 2027, India will claim its place among the global economic giants. The world's watching India's growth with popcorn and a front row seat. After all, it's not every day you see a developing economy leapfrog past global giants. The International Monetary Fund's latest projections are nothing short of a game changer for India. The Deputy Managing Director of the IMF, Dr. Geeta Gopinath, has expressed optimism about India's rapid growth trajectory, stating that India could become the world's third largest economy as soon as 2027. This marks a significant milestone in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of a self-reliant India known as Atmanirbhar Bharat and his ambitions of Make in India initiative. Dr. Gopinath pointed out that India's growth last financial year exceeded expectations and that in 2024, India and China combined would account for almost half of the global growth. The IMF highlighted India's recovery in private consumption as a key driver of this growth. Geeta Gopinath explained, quote, "Last year, if you looked at private consumption growth, it was around 4%. We expect that to increase, driven by recovery in rural consumption. We are already seeing that if you look at the two-wheeler sales and if you look at, the so-called fast-moving consumer goods sales, you're seeing that coming back up," unquote. The IMF's revised growth projections for India is now pegged at 7% for the financial year 2024-25. This optimistic outlook is supported by favorable monsoon conditions, leading to better agricultural yield and consequently higher incomes in rural India. The IMF forecast is even more bullish than the Indian government's own estimate of 6.5% yearly growth. Over the years and the decades to come, the IMF believes India's growth will continue to accelerate. IMF Executive Director K.V. Subramanian recently stated that India has the potential to become a $55 trillion economy by 2047, or 100 years of India's growth, provided both state and central governments implement growth-oriented policies effectively. He emphasized, quote, "While this of course appears to be audacious, it is the power of compounding that makes it happen. As long as we are able to register 8% growth, we can actually become a $55 trillion economy." During India's 78th Independence Day celebrations, Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered a powerful speech outlining his vision for the nation's economic future. Prime Minister Modi highlighted the Viksit Bharat initiative. This vision includes significant contributions from the public, particularly in manufacturing and the service sectors. PM Modi set an ambitious target of India to become the world's third largest economy, urging citizens and policymakers to work towards this goal without delay. The Prime Minister highlighted the remarkable progress in infrastructure over the past decade, which has significantly improved the quality of life for millions of Indians, from expanding healthcare infrastructure to constructing Amrit Sarovar for water conservation. Modi reiterated the importance of supporting domestic products through Vocal for Local, an initiative which is a cornerstone of India's economic strategy. With growing interest from international companies, Modi encouraged state governments to create investor-friendly policies to attract global investments even more. India is rapidly emerging as a global hub for defense manufacturing, with Prime Minister Modi proudly noting that the country has established its identity in this crucial sector. Modi also reflected on how India's global perception has transformed, with Indian origin CEOs leading major global companies, a testament to India's rising influence. Following the success of Chandrayaan, Modi emphasized the vast potential in the space sector, particularly for startups. The government has earmarked funds for research in this high-growth area. The IMF's latest report also highlights India's robust domestic demand and a growing working-age population as key factors driving its economic growth. According to official data, India's GDP grew by an impressive 8.2% during the financial year 2023-24, maintaining its status as the fastest-growing major economy. As India marches towards its goal of becoming a $55 trillion economy by 2047, several key sectors are contributing to this growth. Indian MSMEs have created over 20.5 crore jobs in just 4 years. 39% of these enterprises are now owned by women. The startup ecosystem is also booming, with 1.4 lakh recognized startups generating 15.5 lakh jobs. In terms of trade, India's exports grew 5.5%. The country is on track to surpass $800 billion in exports this financial year. Exports of Indian-made electronic goods surged 16.9% in June alone. Additionally, Apple iPhone exports reached a staggering $3.8 billion in Q1 2024-25. With all these indicators pointing upwards, do you believe India will achieve its goal of becoming the world's third largest economy by 2027? Leave a comment with your predictions and do remember to like and subscribe in Connect News.